as I was saying, I came back after a long time, probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 months. So there's a new episode with Ali Reza. He works in tech industry. Let's ask him what he would talk about. Ali, ah, here you go. What's up? How you doing? So this is the guy you're gonna see. His beautiful face.
Peace, man.
So what we talk about?
Actually, we talked about my experience in the tech industry and some of my experience in, depression, and we dived in the details. So.
And I dive inside him. So I hope you enjoy this video. Bye bye.
Peace.
Welcome back to Reasonable Show.
Did it work?
We're the first guest. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm great. I was late actually today, and yeah, I have some meetings and 12 o'clock, so we don't have so many times in here. So that's why, yeah.
Like one of the things that's really interesting for me is like you actually are working.
Yeah.
Like you do your own thing, you have your own projects, and you actually work in some places. Because most of the guys, like especially in year I am in university, like people don't do shit and they don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I have some experience in that. I know
So,
them.
how do you see it? What was the start that you was like? You said, okay, what did you do to gain this level of, like, you know what you want to do?
I get you. Actually, I get you. Actually, when I was in thank you for
Yeah.
a little distraction. Actually, when I was in first year, and I was going to finish the first year of my studying in computer engineering
Yeah.
and etc. I was, I had, what, I should do something for my future. So that's why I choose the programming things, and I just started to buy some courses and do some, test projects to learning things.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's why. Actually, when I was child, I didn't like any study things.
Yeah.
So that's why in my high school and the first school and etc. I just didn't attend to any classes.
Nice.
Yeah, that's why my grades so low. And yeah, after that, I just found myself and found my interest in the programming things. Because programming is like creating things. It's like God's work.
Yeah.
When you create some things, you actually did what God did.
Actually, that's one of the reasons I came to computer engineering. Like, I like creating stuff.
Yeah.
Especially when something that you can make an effect on people's life, that actually feels really good. But question, I'm sure lots of people struggle with this. Like, people know, like, the things. People know what they can do. They have the knowledge, but when they want to use it, they have no idea how to use it. It's like math, all of the math equation and stuff, but you don't know what to do with it.
That's why there is something like project management.
Yeah.
So project managers are, guide the developers and graphic designers to coming with some outputs from them, and that's why they exist. So if you don't have any idea to how to use the skills that you have, you should just check the project managers.
No, I know. What I'm talking about is the part that, like, for example, Java. Okay. You know the syntax, you know how to do it, but when you want to create something with Java, you're stuck. You don't have no idea what to do.
It's the part of the development. So all of the developers have some issues with the have same issues actually with the programming languages, because they are just upgrade every single day, and you should be upgrade with that. And when you stuck somewhere, you just leave it as there as it stuck. Because some days your mind just didn't function correctly, and that's why you can't do what you're doing every day. Uh, actually it's my advice because I just experienced it. And when you stuck somewhere, just leave it and do extra things like solve extra solve you know just solve the, other issues, and after that came back to your
Well,
stack place.
something interesting about what you said. Actually, what you said is scientifically proven, because we underestimate the power of subconsciousness.
Yeah, of course.
So it's like scientifically, if you're stuck in a question and you don't know how to solve it, the best way is to just leave it behind.
Yeah.
Because your subconscious, my pronunciation is shit. So yeah,
Yo, no worries.
it still works on it. Like it try to find a way to solve it without you knowing it. So next day when you start doing the same thing, you find out, oh, I got an idea, and you solve it.
Of course, it's worked like that.
So how long you've been in the industry? Like,
Actually, I've been in this industry for 5 years, and yeah, I've 5 year experience in this industry, so that's why I'm kinda junior developer.
confident.
Yeah.
You're confident.
Yeah, confident.
Like,
And actually, yeah, they call me junior developer, but as I worked every single day and daily coding gonna help you to improve your skills. And as I code every single day for at least 5 hours.
5 hours.
Yeah, at least. Some days it's it's like 6-9 hours
9 hours.
coding.
So you're technically a workaholic.
Yeah. Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
But you're enjoying it. It's not a suffering for you. Enjoy it.
No, actually, I very enjoy that cause it's like when I'm coding,
Yeah.
it's like finding myself in some peaceful place,
Yeah.
and it's like it's me when I'm coding. It's not pretending to
Be happy.
anyone else.
Yeah.
It's like me and my peaceful place.
Yeah.
And when I'm coding, it's like everything just closed sounds,
Yeah.
and there's nothing else, nothing noise in my mind, and yeah, that's enjoyable.
But since the beginning, like when you started it, cause did you have these thoughts that, like when you in the beginning of something, and you were starting, okay, I'm gonna go coding. I wanted to be a developer, but at the same time, you see some new trends that you think, oh fuck, I'm gonna be behind the trend. So
Yeah.
you're gonna go, you leave the developer part like behind, and you start working on a new thing. Do you had this thing when you started?
Yeah, when artificial intelligence comes up, and after that,
When you live in Turkey.
yeah, it's very famous. So after artificial intelligence came up, and all the game changed.
Yeah.
Actually, I was curious about that, and I asked myself, do you want to, chasing that artificial intelligence thing, or do you want to still keep pushing on development things? So that's an interesting question, because in computer industry, trends makes money
Yeah.
for you, and if you want to be, if you want to be wealth in in the computer industry and make money every day, you should just chasing the trends, and you should know all the trends, how
Yeah.
it's working.
As you can say, like nowadays you open App Store or Google Play, every fucking app they say
Yeah.
powered by AI.
Powered by AI. Actually, it's not true.
Yeah, it's just marketing.
Yeah, it's just marketing, man. It's like advertisement and marketing, and it's not true. Actually, powered by AI, it takes time.
Yeah. But funny thing that not everyone knows, because we are in computer engineering, we know what's going on. Like AI is not a new thing. They just made it out. Like
Yeah.
since 2010 they're working on it. Like the ChatGPT that we are seeing
Yeah.
nowadays, they started in 2010. now this is the time that they actually have the facilities to put it in
Showing
public.
yeah. Actually, yeah, it's very old things, but some of the modules that they
Yeah.
are using in artificial intelligence, it's just new.
Yeah, the
Some modules, yeah, translator, like translator, and some modules that they are created, it's like AI can learn
Yeah.
from herself or himself, and yeah, it's a kind of new module that
Yeah.
learn AI every new single things. So that's
Transistor, I think they came out in 2017, 16.
yeah, 16,
That was the
17.
game
I don't
changer
actually
for everything.
date. Yeah, I don't actually date, but yeah, it's kind of new thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But the thing is, like, in the beginning of this AI thingy last year, when ChatGPT was in the hype,
Uh,
what?
I didn't understand what you said, but
Okay. Like, in the beginning last year,
okay.
when like the ChatGPT started to go on a trend and stuff, I see lots of my friends in university. They were like, "Oh fuck, why we choose this major and stuff like this."
Yeah.
But from the first day, I was like, "No, that's a good thing," cause imagine nowadays you can focus in other stuff instead of focusing like now instead of like imagine you want to make a web page instead of writing a dev
Code.
tag for like thousands of
HTMLs,
times. You just give the AI and done. You don't
Yeah.
have to worry about it.
In my opinion, actually, all things have some pros and cons. So that's why AI is also work like that. So we can't say just AI it's not gonna help us or some bullshit
They're
like
gonna kill
that.
us one day.
Yeah, they're gonna kill us. Yeah, in someday. So that's why I just say that AI have some cons and pros, but pros is more than cons. So like you can see in the society, so people used to use that.
Yeah. So
Powerful
question, what do
machine.
you think are the cons?
Actually, the cons is made up by, when you're gonna hire somewhere,
Yeah.
they are just they just ask some question about your field and etc. So if you don't know that, you can't be hired in there.
Yeah.
But if you know that, so works. And AI just keep the levels up
Yeah.
for this hiring things.
Yeah.
And when you're gonna hire somewhere, they just prepare the questions from AI,
Yeah.
and AI just made up by all the details.
Did you experience this? 'Cause
Yeah,
you're talking
actually,
like
I
on
experienced
experience and you're mad at it.
It's from my experience, so that's why. Yeah, it's some cons that hurt me, and yeah,
It was painful.
it was painful. Yeah, so that's why. Yeah, but in the coding industry, AI helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, helped me more than you can imagine. So when I just stuck somewhere,
Yeah.
I just copied my whole the code and pasted on the AI machine, and AI machine just generated the correct code for me.
Yeah.
So that's why it has pros more
Yeah.
than cons for me.
Like I think one of the cons is like people think they're gonna lose their jobs. Some people they're gonna lose their job eventually, but
absolutely.
I'm like, okay, some of them they have a really like kind of boring jobs that it's not what they wanted.
Yeah, some jobs like preparing some scientific paper
Yeah, I mean like when you
or
go
Excels.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
they are just gonna disappear from the society.
But now you have the chance to get into a new field, and I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, cause I think the main problem comes from people don't like change.
Of course, yeah.
So this change really affect them in mentality. So I'm like, it's fine if some things change. Like few years ago, before this AI thing, computers came and a lot of people like
Yeah.
get fired because they don't need them anymore. But they went to new fields. They
Of
become
course.
programmers, for example.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you. That's very, uh, dive in the details.
Yeah.
When you dive in the details, you can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good.
But do you like, as Hollywood showed us in the past 20 years, I don't see it as a fucking like a Terminator one day comes and powered by AI and kills us. Like, but I see people actually are afraid of this. Like one day AI get this powerful that they can do things to us. But I'm like, that's just Hollywood. They just show you to make you scared out of
Of course, that's just some advertisement things for selling more.
it. Yeah.
It's just you know, they're just films.
Yeah, like,
It's not
and the other
reality.
thing is they don't know how humans are stuck in robotics.
Yeah.
Nowadays, we saw some
Yeah.
improvements, but it's still they cannot even walk.
Yeah.
Like a few weeks ago, I saw something in robotics, and people were so happy. The scientists, a robot can fall down and get up by itself.
Yeah, I just watched some videos. It's like they are created one robot that it's liquid,
Yeah.
not physical,
That's interesting.
and that was actually game changer. So
Yeah.
the liquid robot, it's moving and going everywhere that it wants.
Like, you remember Ben 10 had a character like
yeah,
this?
then I had crisis, something like
Yeah,
it
it was green.
yeah, actually, yeah.
Something like this.
And that was interesting, man. That
Yeah.
was very interesting.
I mean, it's interesting. I don't see it as a like attack to humanity. Like,
No, it's not gonna be like that. So
at least not for 100, not 50 years at least.
yeah, for sure. Not even more. But they are just some kind of films and they are just some theories. The theories always keep, pushing people to believe that theory. So that theories work like that. You know about the flat Earth theory? Yeah, there exists everywhere. People can talk about them. They are free, but it's not reality.
Yeah, maybe it is. We know.
Yeah, maybe.
Wait, I just want to mention a small thing about flat Earths. Like, if Earth is flat, so then in Turkey is day, USA should be day too.
Everywhere should be there. Yeah.
So where this comes from?
I don't know. It's there
So
too.
anyway, I have a really interesting question. I ask this every time when I met someone.
Yeah. Bro.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years? In 10 years, of course, as you know, I have some goals in my life. That's one of them is to work in Google. And Google is my it's like my major in my life, and so that's why I'm trying to be part of this big company in 10 years.
Why Google though?
Google is the most common thing in the world. Google and Apple is the most famous companies in the world that works in tech industry.
Yeah.
And that's why I want to be. Google.
If I want to choose a company to work on, it must be Telegram.
Telegram.
I love
you Russian.
Like, that guy is really interesting. Like there's nothing, like, he doesn't do anything that social, but from the app you can see his vision. Like, this guy actually cares about the user.
They are so into details, man.
Yeah.
They are working on details.
By the way, WhatsApp is shit. Don't use it.
WhatsApp is like, there are some, they are like text messages and email.
Yeah.
Yeah, WhatsApp is like text messages. You can do it whenever you have, mobile phone.
Yeah.
But Telegram is like, a next level thing.
Yeah.
So that's why Telegram is most.
Well, I don't know why people are not using Telegram. I'm advertising it more than the company.
I'm curious about that.
But yeah.
So.
Question.
Sorry.
10 years from now.
Yeah.
Okay. Imagine you're at Google. Like, do you want, like, how much do you love money? It's like, you're doing it for money or for love, or both, for both?
Not for money. It's not for money. Money is not my actually goals. And of course I need money to do some things. But Google not gonna pay you so much.
Yeah.
And as you know, there are just some workers in there to, spend every day in tech industry and talking about that. And you're the most up to date person in the world when you're working in
You know
Google.
everything before it comes out.
Yeah, you know everything before it comes out. So that's why I want to work in Google. I don't care. I don't give a shit about that monies and payments that they are gonna pay me. So that's why it's not.
So you don't want yachts and
one of the
Bugattis
options.
and
Yeah.
you don't want yachts and Bugattis
No,
and
actually, I don't want them. If I want them, I can't reach to them. But
it's not your main goal.
First, yeah, it's not my main goal. Firstly, I want to reach the Google.
Yeah.
After that, I can start to
I can understand.
everything. It's like it's like in my mind things. Sacrificing my mind to when I reach that. It's just sacrifice my mind, and after that, I can start to reaching
But
everything else.
do you think like if you started for money, you're gonna give up soon? Because I heard this from lots of people.
Yeah, for sure. Because when you reach $1 million, you need $2 million.
Yeah. That's the fun part, though.
Yeah, that's the fun part. When you reach some budgets, you just need more and more. You want more and more, and that's why human desires just not turn off.
Yeah.
Anywhere,
We are
with any
greedy.
money. Yeah, we are greedy, of course, and yeah, that's why you shouldn't put money first.
Yeah.
And
Well, for like I don't know what other people like. Some people are chasing money, but they they want money for the sake of having the money. Okay.
yeah,
But for me, I want money to use it as a fuel. So it's like I get some money.
yeah,
The first thing I want to do, I want to help people.
it's very good.
Like
cool, man.
I'm in love with cars. Okay. But I'm like the satisfaction that helping some bunch of people that they need the help gives me. Not like this charity shit that they do in USA.
actually, they are
Like
both.
actual helping.
Yeah.
So that's like I always think about imagine one day like I can retire my dad, I can just give them the best life they ever wanted and they just do that satisfaction. I don't think nothing can like fill it up.
Compare with that.
Because cars, they're just interesting for 1 week. After 1 week, you're done. Fuck it. But that's why I want money.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Actually, yeah. When you put your goals in the right places, in the right way, you can reach them as soon as you can.
Yeah. But one thing that always interesting about you're not this really social person.
Yeah.
You're just doing your own thing in your life.
I as I said before, I just love my peaceful place in my home. So that's why I can't be interact with some.
You see them as arrays and codes. And
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, of course. So that's why sociality is like some hard things to do with for me. Yes, antisocial persons like me, they are just want to be in the places that, and of course you're antisocial too, man. Why you didn't mention that? So
I'm a huge introvert.
yeah,
But when people saw me and like I'm talking to them, I get like close to them, I become friends. I forced myself to be this way.
yeah,
Because I was a quiet kid in high school that only have few friends. So I was like, I gotta change it. Because I saw the goal I have in my life and I was like, with this, I can never be there.
yeah. Actually, I was the opposite of you, but at the end of the day, we are at the same place.
Yeah.
So
I get what you mean. Yeah.
yeah, I'm working correctly when I'm in my loneliness.
Yeah.
and I'm just keep pushing up myself when I'm alone,
Yeah.
and that's function like that.
So you don't need anyone to push you. You can push yourself.
Yeah, of course. Actually, when you grow up somewhere,
Okay,
you just
Grandpa.
live you just leave some people behind. You know, it's like, yeah. When I was child, yeah, I needed my father's
Yeah.
push, my mother's push. But when you live alone for at least 6 years, uh, it's like your mind work like you are alone
Yeah.
with yourself and yourself.
And I heard like when you live alone in a place that is not familiar for you, there is a high chance that you will get depressed after a while. Cause I saw a bunch of my friends, they lived alone in Turkey, and they were like, after a while you cannot handle it. So they start to have roommates and they start live with their friends.
I
You
know
had
that.
the same
Yeah,
experience.
I had same issues, but you know, with the with the correct guidance from my
Yeah.
dad and my father, from my dad and my mother, it's like my dad and father, from my dad and my mother, it's, you know, it's solved, and my mind, my health, my mind, yeah,
No.
worked like that, and I just leave the depression behind.
No.
Actually, I experienced it
No.
for 1 year, so that's why I know that
Yeah.
things that they are so tough, but you can pass them.
Yeah. You know what I realized about depression? I mean, like, don't get me wrong. They have some people depressed. They're
Yeah.
actually depressed. But some people that they are depressed, it's not because there's a huge reason. Because when you get out of it, you see it wasn't that important.
Yeah.
I think it happens to everyone.
Of
So
course.
few months ago, I realized like it's all on me. I choose to be depressed or not. Cause like before I was in the travel, like everyone are bad except me. I'm the good guy and everyone is like the world is against me. But then I realize like some parts is my fault. I do some things that I hurt myself and I know it's gonna hurt myself, but I'm not gonna do. Then I then I learned this like in a day there are thousands of reasons to be sad. But it's your choice to choose, and at the same time there are thousands of reasons to be happy.
Yeah.
So it's your choice which side you want to get.
Of course, man. Of course, there you choose. You know, when you choose, when you pick some wrong place to be in there, you can't be, you know, how can I say that? When you go in the wrong way,
Yeah.
you can, you know, blame yourself why you choose that, cause you choose that.
Yeah. It's all on you.
Yeah,
That's
it's all
because
on
I
you.
see my friends around, like I see people around me. They're like every time something bad happened, they blame everyone else, and I tell them like it's your problem. You did it, and you have to stay with it.
Of course.
But they're like, no, life is this. I didn't do nothing. The professor is shit.
Wow.
I'm like, you do you. It's like if you want to blame everyone for everything that happens in your life,
It's not gonna work.
you're not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
Cause
Of course.
yeah,
And some of these people just being depressed because they don't have any goals
yeah,
in their life.
they have goals, but empty goals. Like
Yeah, it's
let's get some girls.
at
Let's,
least
yeah.
pick the empty goals too.
Yeah.
You know, when you don't have any goals in your life, you are just you are just like how can I say? You're just like this cup,
Yeah.
this cup without any teas.
Yeah,
When you have goals, it's full of the
yeah.
teas. When you don't have any goals, it's like
The safest place for a boat is when it's near the land. It's in the beach. But this is not the place it should be.
yeah,
So you can like it's all about goals. Like if you find your goals and you actually want to do something in your life, you never go. I don't think you're gonna be depressed. Because in the end of the day, even if you're not successful in what you did, you're telling yourself, at least I tried.
at least I try. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why.
What do you think about Andrew Tate? No, I'm joking. This is the most this is the most clickbait thing you can do. What do you,
I just watched some videos of that.
really? Oh,
Some of them are bullshit, truly bullshit, and some of them you can be.
Andrew Tate, like, I don't want to talk about him because it's out of the context, but like, he's the type of guy, he tells you like 3 right things and 4 lies.
No.
So based on the 3 things, you see, okay, this 4
Yeah,
lies.
good.
Yeah.
For like.
He is a marketing genius, but except that, I don't like him. Anyway, 2, 3. That was perfect. That was synced perfectly. So yeah,
So where was it?
back from the break. Nice break.
Yo.
Yeah. So come back.
Where were we?
I think we were talking about life and depression.
Yeah.
But question: how do you see the society? Society.
That's an interesting question.
So I don't think you have a really good impression of the society. That's
No.
why you're alone. Mm.
Yeah, that's why I choose to be alone. Actually, so
That's what a guy said when he cannot get girls. You see.
no man.
I'm joking.
Actually, I can't choose, but society is like 15 years ago. That was cool.
Yeah.
Society was in the correct way, in the best way that they found. But nowadays, society just became to be, they're just mix the freedom
No.
and governmental things
No.
together, and it's just not gonna work
Yeah.
for the free society, and I just not agree with that. So that's why I just leave them behind
Yeah.
and get my own way.
Yeah. No, there was one Indian guy. He said a really interesting thing. He said, democracy is people, from the people, for the people. But people are the stable.
Yeah.
So you see, like, yeah, you're right. Society nowadays is fucked up,
Fucked up,
especially with
actually.
this social media shit.
Social media just changed the minds, social media. Actually, that's why I just deleted my Instagram, as you know.
Yeah.
But in some way, I don't know actually the way. People just used to be in these social medias,
Yeah.
and it's like addiction for them. And this addiction made them just can't be focused on one thing,
Yeah.
and that's why people just don't have any focus, and they just don't have any ability
Yeah.
for focusing on things.
Let me tell you something funny. You know, the algorithm that works in the social media is like, they're trying to optimize it to the level that, like, you see, it's cheap dopamine, right? When you see a video, it's just dopamine that rushing your body and you like it, that's why. So it's like, the reason you're scrolling down social media is not like because you see a really interesting content. It's just dopamine rush.
Yeah.
So they're working on this algorithm, like TikTok till now. They say they have the best algorithm in this because they can make you sit down and watch everything for hours and have nothing in sense. So imagine one day they make this algorithm that you can't actually get out of it. Like, it's so interesting that you cannot get out.
They can do that. They can do that, of course.
This is the ultimate algorithm that, like.
Yeah, you should just delete the apps and leave the real world.
Yeah.
And I just tell to the Arsham that
No.
he's here, and I just tell that we should delete this because we have some goals in our life, and these are some in distractions for us. To they are just won't let us to achieve this goal.
Yeah.
So that's why just delete the apps and leave
I
the
mean,
real
like,
life.
for some time, I was like, oh, Instagram can give you motivation. So
Actually, they're bold.
Yeah.
They are empty motivations.
Yeah.
Previously, I just watched the one of the clips that they say is that if you don't do that, you just didn't.
Yeah.
If you want to do that but
Buy
didn't
my
do that,
courses.
yeah. At the end of buy my courses. Yeah, that's why if you don't do that, motivations are just not gonna work.
Yeah.
That's
The thing is about, like, since I mentioned the course thingy, you can tell how much it fucked the developer industry with these courses and earned like in dollars in 30 days. And like I'm trying to tell these people that this is fake. This is just for selling their courses. There's
for sure.
nothing called like making website without coding. There's nothing called WordPress. You don't need to code for it and you just sell it. Like people fall for these traps, and as you like, that's why the freelance like word is fucked up nowadays.
Actually, I was freelance for 8 months, and after that, I found a job.
Yeah.
I should mention that I'm working with a huge company, tech company in Ireland and Vancouver, Canada.
Canada.
And
Canada.
Canada. It's like we call that Dexter, Dexter.com. You can mention that.
Yeah. What they do?
They are in the tech industry. They're doing actually everything in tech industry, like applications, mobile applications, web applications, websites, and and so on. So I just joined them 2.5 years ago, and yeah, they are just so powerful in this industry. So by the way, I was mentioned that these are, as you mentioned before, these are some traps for the new beginner developers who's are gonna just start that. These are some traps, and if you want to learn anything in the development industry, you can just explore that in the free platforms like YouTube's and actually you
Google
can,
courses.
or Google courses. You can find that Google courses or Meta courses in the Coursera. They are just have a financial aid for the people who can just not pay the payment things. They are just free for you. They are free, absolutely free for you to learn. Don't believe the 3 months Python code learner, or you can be full stack in 3 months. They are just bullshit.
The thing is, they use the right words, but in a wrong direction. Like, yes, you can learn Python in 1 month, but can you use that Python that you learn in 1 month in a project?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Actually, good things takes time, as you know. So that's why when you you can learn that. You can learn the syntaxes. But not the whole things. When you want to create some APIs in Python, you just stuck. If you want to be a mid pro or mid-level developer in the Python things, you should have spent 5 hours at least in a day for 1 year. To be mid-level.
This is the code, like they say, forever you want to be expert on it, you should spend 10,000 hours on it.
10,000 hours, yeah, that's true. Actually, some people just spend, after 10 years, they call themselves, I'm a senior developer. That's it. It's not gonna work in 1 month.
So I see some of them, they use this ex Google developer, ex Facebook developer, and they're selling courses. And when you watch their YouTube, like I follow a bunch of them, when you watch their YouTube, they say some good things, but at the same time, for sell their own benefits, they're like selling some random thing that doesn't make any sense. So, but I think if anyone wants to start this industry, there are thousands of good resources, but in Instagram, most of them that they're advertising, they're making content.
Actually, 99% of them.
They're like, they did the good way, and for making money, they're showing you the wrong way for making the money. They spent 10,000, they study in university for 4 years. All of this bullshit. And it's not only in programming, like traders, they do the same thing.
Yeah, of course, traders will do the same thing. So Arsham is a trader. He spent 3 years for being new level, beginner level.
So I
trader.
think people should stop listening to them and just search on Google.
Yeah, search the Google, explore the web.
There's an Indian guy teaching you how to make a Turkish food. So no, Indians cover everything. Shout out
India,
to all of the
wow.
Indians.
Shout out to all of the Indians,
I
man.
pass a lot of courses with this.
Oh, wow, man. They are legend in tech industry, actually.
So yeah, I have a question. I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask this question from everyone in the end of every episode. If you could change one thing in your life, you could go to past, and you can tell yourself one sentence and one sentence only. What would you tell yourself?
Um, actually, let me think. So when I migrate to Turkey,
Yeah,
I was thinking that Turkey is uh, Turkey is very incredible,
Yeah.
very good to living there and some etc. It's not worked for me.
yeah,
Yeah, it's worked for some of my friends. They are just started to having life in here
Yeah.
and starting their businesses in here, but it's not worked for me.
Yeah.
Actually, I live in here for 6 years, so that's why I know the languages and etc.
yeah.
If I was able to go back and tell myself one sentence, I would say that don't pick the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So one thing about immigration, like nowadays, everyone in Turkey, I think, thinks about the immigration. No one gonna stay in Turkey. Some few people wants to stay here, but I think most of the people are gonna leave eventually. Like one thing about immigration is like for as you said, for lots of people, Turkey is heaven. They love it. They want to stay here. So consider one thing for your future. Anyone that's listening, don't listen to others when you want to go to another country, cause it might not work for them, or it might work for them, but it's not
Not
gonna
for
be
you.
the same reason. So that's why I'm reconsidering my choices. My first choice was Netherlands.
Yeah,
But everyone is talking about Netherlands. I see some people in Twitter. They say they work as a developer in Netherlands. They say everything is chill. But around my family, there are some people living in Netherlands. They don't like it at all. And at the same time, I
it's
have people in
different.
USA, Canada. They talk good or bad.
Good or bad?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's good. That's true, actually. And yeah, as you said before, it could work for others and not for you, and also at the same time, it could work for you and not others.
I think this is about anything in life. Some things gonna work for you that maybe it didn't work for 1 million people, but it's gonna work for you.
Yeah, for sure.
So just consider their thoughts, but don't listen to them.
Listen to them. Yeah.
Eventually, even if you do the wrong thing, you are gonna say, okay, at least I did it.
Outside trade. Yeah. That's it. That's true.
Yeah. So I think that's it for today. You have to run. To
I have to run to the meeting. Yeah.
so I wish I see you more in here. If you
Inshallah.
want. Inshallah.
So I should say that thank you for having me.
Anyways,
And
this
it's a
is
pleasure
your
to be here.
podcast.
Yeah. And for all of the listeners, just tick the bell.
Subscribe.
Subscribe and
we want to earn some
etc.
money. No, I'm
Yeah.
joking.
And be up to date.
Yeah. Stay tuned and stay safe.
Yeah, of course.
Until the next episode of Reasonable Show with a new cover and everything. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Have a good day.
Nice.